Mi programa, vamos a disfrutar la comida mexicana. Nailed it! It's gonna be delicious. A lot of paper towel. Look at that. You can make it. Who doesn't want that? Oh. Oh. First stop in our Mexican food day, Porky Land. Guess what they're famous for? Okay, it's pork. Get it? Porky Land, but there's tons of other stuff they do. And the amazing thing is that these guys are here at 5 o'clock in the morning, getting ready. 5 o'clock in the morning? You gotta want to be anywhere at 5. And these guys are already here cooking everything fresh, the whole deal, start to finish. It's kind of amazing. So here's the whole carnitas deal. Another giant big copper vat, 100 pounds of pork butts. So I want to check these guys out. They've been in here cooking in lard and some secret things that they won't tell me for 2 hours. Or as we like to say, 2 horas. Yeah, I got my game on today, boy. And I have to say, this stuff looks beautiful. And if that's not enough, how about making thousands of tamales every month? See that? That dropping that Jose does is a critical step. It lets the muscle spread out. So Laura's job is easier putting the pork in it. I know you're looking at this thinking it's easy to do. I'm telling you, it's not easy to do. You can fix that? Would you eat that? That's a lot of frijoles. So now the natural thing is you look at this and you go, holy crap, that's a lot of lard with those beans. What's all that about? The beans by themselves, there's not a lot of taste there. It's the lard, baby. That's what makes us like it. That's it? Or he's all like, do you want to try them? Yeah, I do. You want some chips? Yeah, I do. I want everything. 400 million pounds of like fantastic refried beans. No, I don't want to try those. Porky Land corn chips. Somebody's at home right now going like this. The dude's gonna double dip, I just know it. His style, he's gonna double dip. That's doesn't work. I'm not sure. Oh. He's a master, a bean master. A frickin' bean master. A refried frickin' bean master. Muy bien. Muchas gracias. How's that for my Spanish? It's pretty good. These guys make over 4,000 pounds of carnitas a month. I'm standing here in the middle of it, and I'm about to have not very much of that right now in my own taco. And I'm telling you, I can't wait to get my teeth into it. I can't wait. Talk about a fun start to our day that, you know, I called it earlier, and yeah. Okay, here's the deal. We're going back to my place now, and I'm cooking. And you're gonna like that. And I like that. At the beginning of the show, I said, you know, San Diego's got lots of great Mexican food. It doesn't have to all be in restaurants. In fact, some of it can be right here in my own kitchen. So we're gonna make a couple of things. Of course, they're all very easy. I'm Sam, the cooking guy. First one is tortilla soup. Oh, it's really good. It's also very simple. Okay, let's go. Follow me along. We'll get the whole thing happen. Pot. And we'll get this on the heat with nothing in it. Red salsa, medium-ish spicy. Not all of it, just, you know, half. Chicken broth is gonna go into this once it's hot, and I could have probably got that out while I was here. Chicken broth, keep these in the cupboard. One of the interesting things about this show, and I hope you notice, is that there's nothing prepared. Everything happens while you're watching. I mean, sure, we might edit a little bit. Haley might walk in a little bit. Hi, baby. There's a show on TV where the guy goes, we're really cooking here, not like those other shows. But if you notice, all his stuff is all pre-chopped up by somebody in the back, working very hard. So this is cooking away nicely here. And now, we just add some of the broth in. That's good. That is going to come to a boil, simmer, the flavors all do their thing. While that's happening, honestly, we're almost there. The tortilla soup. You know, they should call it this salsa broth soup because the tortilla part is just a small part, though it's an important one. Let me show you what we do there. We're going like non-stick here. This guy, we start heating and we're going to take a couple of these guys and we're going to give them a quick little thing in the pan with a quick little fry in the pan with just a tiny little bit of oil. The point is get these guys crisp, a little bit brown, and then we cut them up. Oil. Tortilla in, and I'm just going to throw it down and give it a little turn around on both sides, and now just let it do its thing. Let's give the soup a little stir. Perfectamente. Okay, see that? That's where we're going, just like that. And then do the other side. I know I impress you with my command of the Spanish language. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Dónde está tortilla sopa? Okay. Oh, okay, here's a rule. Don't leave a spoon, a metal spoon in a very hot pot, because that is, as we say, no bueno. There's chicken in this, and the chicken is, deli roasted chicken. I bought it, I shredded it, and that's all it is, right? Okay, that's good. Put them here, let them cool. Do another one. Before it gets too hot, do that. Now you won't have to touch them with your hand again. Here's the deli roasted chicken speech. You can go to the store, buy a raw chicken in a bag, like $5. Bring it home, drain it, wash it. You're all freaked out about bacteria. Dry it off, a little oil, kosher salt, pepper, some fresh rosemary, maybe a few sprigs of rosemary inside it, another piece of lemon. Stick it in the oven an hour and a half. It comes out, it's roasted, it's beautiful. That was $5. Or for like $1 more, you can buy one already done. It becomes that in about 30 seconds. Do this way. Now we just add a big handful of this right to the soup. It's just like my abuelo used to make when I was a young child. Okay, my grandma. Okay, she never made this. All of that was fabrication. I made all that. No abuela and no Mexican childhood for me. She was my grandma and it was Jewish food. What can I say? I lie for the benefit of the show. Oh, this is burning. Take that off. Okay. Mix the chicken in just so it all gets flavor here, right? All gets flavor. The chicken was in the fridge, so you want it just, now you're just warming the chicken through it. That's all. Now we're gonna cut these guys. Grab a knife. You're thinking, holy crap, look at that. I know, it's pretty cool. What would you expect? Come on. I'm the cookie guy. Please. Now these guys we just cut like this, and then I like them in strips like this. You want them a little bit crispy because they're going on top of the soup, and if they're wobbly when they go into the soup, they're going to get extra wobbly really fast. If they're crispy, they'll maintain a little bit of their crispiness and add that extra texture that we also desire to the top of our tortilla soup. Did you buy all that? Okay, tortilla soup ready. This is ready. A couple things we gotta do. I need a bowl. And there was one that, avocado time. Cut an avocado like that all the way around, and then twist and separate. Sweet. Get a spoon and scoop out the meat. I don't know, what would you call that part of the avocado? The flesh. And now just cut this into a big dice. Okay, are we ready? Oh no, cilantro. Wait. Cilantro. Not that big piece. Go back now. Bunch this up.
We don't need a ton because we're just making one bowl of soup for me. Put that over there. I want this kind of clean. And now I have a ladle. I have a ladle. So now just a big bunch. This is gonna be very good. Come on back. Okay, so now it's up to you what order you want to go in. And if you want to put other stuff in here too, you can totally do what you want. I like some avocado. I like some of these guys here. And then some cilantro, just some of that over the top. And now look what you've done. I mean, what I've done down here. You want a little bit of everything. Some cilantro, some avocados. It needs nothing. Seriously, it needs nothing. Fresh lime. Okay. A little fresh lime. That's all it needed, nothing more than that. Now let's have another bite. Wow. Holy smokes. That's really good. I said San Diego's got some good Mexican food. Here's some of it right now. But don't go away, I got one of my favorite things coming back. Don't go away. When you come back, I got one of my favorite things. Seriously. Okay, so time. Haley clearly is ready. As the camera backs up, back into the kitchen, I'm here too. I have to say, that soup, muy bien. Dos thumbs up. Yep, and now we're gonna turn the broiler on because we're gonna make this little halibut deal. It's very simple. There's a little thing that goes underneath it, little deal that goes on top, and as homespun as the tortilla soup was, this recipe is much more downtown, as we like to say, but still pretty darn simple. I think you're gonna like it a lot. Broiler's on, let's get some peppers to cut. We're going red, we're going yellow, we got a little Anaheim chili. We're just gonna cut these up into a nice, fine, tight, little perfect dice. Probably not perfect, probably not tight, a dice. Big, small, I don't really care. Just come on, follow along. Get rid of this inner, membrane part. This part you don't need. And then just cut, ooh, hello. Just cut these guys up, nice. I'm gonna put a pan on the heat so we can cook this stuff. I like to put the peppers in when that thing's a little bit warm. I got way too much stuff. I got too little a pan. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm changing pans. It's that simple. I'm changing pans. So what I got here in front of me is an Anaheim chili. Don't be fooled by its size. Well, you wouldn't be. The thing about chilies generally, the smaller, the hotter. The bigger, the not hotter. And this is not a very hot one. It's definitely spicier than a green pepper, than just a green bell. I mean, I'm certainly feeling it right now, and it's gonna add, when it heats up, nice spice for me. I just don't want too much in this. I want to taste the halibut. Did I say we're making halibut? We're making halibut. A little bit more of this Anaheim chili. Look at how much I've made. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so all we do right now, fine little salt and pepper, tiny little bit of oil. Now just let that sit for a bit, give it a little stir if you need to every now and then. Halibut time. Hello, passing through. And halibut time is this. Once again, nothing prepped. Plastic bag from the supermarket, the waxy paper from the supermarket, and a little piece of halibut. Perfecto. Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get that happens at everybody's house, right? It's just that it doesn't matter. So the halibut, just get a little foil to put on this thing, so the cleanup is not that big a deal. And here's what I'm gonna do. I take this oil again, just don't want this thing to stick, right? On here. And now the halibut goes right on top. Halibut is great. I mean, you could use any kind of fish you want it, but I'm here with halibut today. So now we'll give it a little bit of seasoning. 1 second. We're gonna use a chili and cayenne. Do I have cumin? I will use that. Cumin. So a little cumin, chili, cayenne. Those are going good. Take a little bit of each of these guys. No, I don't have somebody in the back measuring my stuff out for me. That's what it would look like if somebody had measured it out. And mix these guys together. Give it a tiny, don't move, a tiny bit of salt and pepper first. And this stuff is going to do two things. One, give it a nice flavor. And the other thing is it's going to give it some nice color on top. Because if you just stick this under the broiler, it may not look all that fantastic, and we want it to. And so in it goes. But I want you to see, look I'm on the top rack. Can you see that? That's where I want you to be. If you're down here with the pan, that's not broiling, that's baking. Here's the vegetables, look at. They're getting some of this nice little blacky edge part, they're all starting to soften. Okay, we're broiling the halibut. That stuff is just continuing. It's right, I could stop it right now. We'll just keep it hot. And now we get, remember I said a little on top sauce thing. Sour cream and salsa verde, green salsa. Open the sour cream. I have to use my San Quentin spoon. One of the kids' friends went and visited San Quentin and bought one of those. It's a look-alike. Doesn't matter. Sour cream in here, right like that. Some of the green salsa in here, and on the heat here. By the time the halibut's broiled, that will be hot. Mixed through that, we're ready to put it on a plate, on the plata. Plata? Plato.
Plata, that's silver.
Oh, maybe that's what I meant. Maybe I meant we're going to put it on the silver. No, plato, plate. We got to mix this. Can I tell you something? If you don't have green salsa and you've only got red to make this with, don't. I'll just tell you right now, it comes out pink and it's ugly. How do you say ugly?
Feo.
Feo. Muy feo. Muy frickin' feo. It's horrid. Don't do it. Let's get our plate. A little bit of this goes down. Fortunately, I've got a lot of it, so the halibut comes out. And I want you to see something that's happening here, if I can do it. The halibut skin has just stuck to there. So we're putting this right here. All right, and now the sauce. Put a little sauce right here. Always a little cilantro on the end of this thing, right? So this is good. Up here. And now a bunch of cilantro on the plate. Come on, did I tell you downtown? The amazing part is it looks fancy, but it's not. These three little things you just cut up. The fish, little seasoning on top under the broiler, 3 minutes and you're done. And sour cream and salsa verde. And look it. I don't know how to do this. So I get some of everything. I'm gonna have to now I need a little bit of the sauce. It's just all not working for me. Damn. Wow. Holy smokeroonies. Now what? Commercial, come back, and I will be where you wouldn't think I'd be. There's lots of great Mexican food in San Diego, but when it comes to that, I have simple tastes. I don't need fancy. So here we are, first stop. Okay, come on. I'm only kidding. Bring the camera back. Not that there's anything wrong with Taco Bell, but it's not what I'm thinking when I say great Mexican food. Come on, we gotta go find the real stuff. Taco Bell definitely has its place, but I kind of look at it like this. It is to Mexican food what McDonald's is to like hamburgers. And even McDonald's doesn't refer to what they make as hamburgers. You look on their menu, they call it a sandwich, like a Big Mac sandwich. They know what they've got. It's not really hamburgers. Taco Bell's got stuff. It's not really Mexican food. We're going to real Mexican food. On Valley Avenue in Solana Beach is Tony's Jacal. It's been here since 1946. Everybody's got their favorite Mexican food. This one's mine. Okay, so here's the thing about Tony's. You know, I mean, it's been here since 1946, like the sign says. It's been family owned and operated since then, which totally makes it cool, and the people are wonderful. And the food is really fantastic. I mean, they specialize in turkey. Turkey in a Mexican place, and the tacos, and the quesadillas, and the burritos, and chili relleno. And Elvie in the kitchen showed us how she makes them. I mean, after mixing egg whites and egg yolks to make this sort of battery kind of thing, she dips the cheddar cheese and the chili in it, floats it in the oil, and cooks on both sides. They come out looking gorgeous.
Chile relleno, rice and beans?
Yeah, thank you. Good. So that's one of the ones that she made. Look at, and it's such a simple thing. You know, the crazy thing is it's like 1, 2, like 3 ingredients. But I'm not making this at home. The whole deep frying thing, that's why you come out for it. And this is what it's all about, baby. This right here. And the whole thing's good. I mean, all good. No show about Mexican food would be complete without a stop at a taco shop. And I happen to be at Roberto's. I have this theory that Roberto's started the whole taco shop business, and then somebody went like this, you know, business is good there. If we opened a taco shop, it'd be good here too. But let's use the name Roberto's. And then they went, no, but that would be like cheating. We can't use their name. So we'll use something close to that. And if you look at all the names, it's amazing what people have got now. So there's, of course, Roberto's, and then there's Roy Berto's, and then there's Robbie Berto's, or how about Roberto's with an E-S on the end, and then Ray Berto's, and Ali Berto's. How about Adele Berto's, or Ai Berto's, or Ai Berto's with an E, and then Humberto's and Gualberto's. And then some guy turns it into first name, last name with Juan Bertos. You know what? It doesn't matter. Whatever you got going, it works for me because there's nothing like a taco shop. Quick stop, in you go, you get your deal. And I always get the exact same thing every time, no matter where I am. Chorizo burrito. They totally rule. And they're hot. I'm a cooking guy.
Dude, where you be?
Go eat some great Mexican food. See ya. This giant bat is 100-pound pork butt in it. That's a lot of ass. I'm sorry, I wanted to say that. Let me show you what to do. The soup's still doing its thing a little bit. You just want the, hello? 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 It's Carnitas Man. Again, implies it was somebody other than her.
Well,
It's still dirty means you didn't do the job you were supposed to do, but that's okay. We understand. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from outside, Portland's very own Tanya. Put your hands together.
I told you what's wrong with it.
You want a man?
There's so much grime built up on it.
You need a man to do that for you?
It's your cooking.
It's your cooking, man.
Good girl. It's garage cleaning day. Oh, that's awkward. Could you make more noise?
Look, I can't even hide.
Seriously, could you make more noise? Kelly wanted to throw this out.
I had it in the throat pile.
I mean, seriously. You don't throw out a cheesehead. I'm not even from Wisconsin, and I know you don't throw out a cheesehead. Okay, it's spring clean and we're doing the garage. I'm sorry. And now back to the show. Come on. We'll leave you alone. Bye, honey. Oh, way to go. Way to go, sister. Oh, ow, ow, oh, don't grab this pan with your bare fingers, because it's What? Caliente. Caliente. Muy caliente.
Samuel cree que es muy especial y que la comida es muy rica. Creo que sí es verdad.
Whoa. Almost
Rolling
hit you.
and recording.
Translate. To the
I
camera.
said, Sam thinks he's really special and his food is really good. I think it's true.
Nice.
Oh, you're nice.
No, come eat the food.
Look how awesome this is, and let's all keep it that way. It's our backyard, not a junkyard. If you pack it in, pack it out. It's that simple. Respect, protect, and enjoy our desert. For everyone, forever.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Hello, I'm Mark Hall-Patton, Administrator of the Howard W. Cannon Aviation Museum, located here in McCarran International Airport. On today's episode of Barnstorming Nevada, we will look at the history of Southern Nevada's own Bonanza Airlines. Created at the end of World War II, it eventually became the first all-jet-powered airline in the United States. In 1945, Edmund Converse, Charles Keene, and June Simon founded Bonanza Air Services in Las Vegas. Begun as a small charter operation, Bonanza soon added a training school. The company was based initially at Sky Haven Airport, today's North Las Vegas Air Terminal. The next year, the company acquired its first DC-3, an ex-military C-47 converted back to civilian use. During its first 2 years, Bonanza moved its base of operations 4 times. When Clark County opened the new McCarran Field in 1948, Bonanza was one of its first 4 airlines. In fact, Bonanza flew the first scheduled flight out of the new field 1 day before the official opening on December 19, 1948. As the airline grew, more DC-3s were added. By the late 1950s, Bonanza had a fleet of 10. During the late 1940s and early 1950s, Bonanza's service area also grew. Beginning in 1947 with passenger service within Nevada only, Bonanza graduated to interstate service on December 19, 1949 with flights to Phoenix. Other routes were acquired. The airline became known throughout the Southwest. In 1958, the company began buying Fairchild F-27A turbojet-powered aircraft. With the retirement of its last DC-3 on November 1, 1960, Bonanza became the first all-jet-powered airline in the United States. This achievement was noted by no less than the Smithsonian Institution, which placed a model of a Bonanza F-27A in its permanent collection. Starting within Nevada, by the early 1960s, Bonanza served an area bounded by Los Angeles and San Diego, Phoenix, Salt Lake City, and Reno, with Las Vegas the hub and base of operations. Bonanza began adding Douglas DC-9s to its fleet in 1966 and moved its base of operations from McCarran Airport to Phoenix's Sky Harbor Airport in order to build larger facilities to accommodate the new aircraft. In 1967, talks between Pacific Airlines, West Coast Airlines, and Bonanza Airlines led to the first 3-way merger in commercial airline history, creating a new regional airline named Air West. The new airline got off to a rocky start. Chief among the problems was an untried computer system. Within a year, the airline was purchased by Howard Hughes, who renamed it Hughes Air West. In 1980, Hughes Air West was purchased by Republic Airlines, which was later acquired by Northwest Airlines. Though Bonanza as a company is gone, it lives on in the historical record as the first all-jet-powered airline in the United States.
You're watching Clark County Television, our community, our home, Clark County, Nevada.
Good morning. We're going to go ahead and call to Order the Clark County Board of Commissioners, the Clark County Water Reclamation District Board of Trustees, and the University Medical Center of Southern Nevada for Tuesday, May 7th, 2019.
Good morning, Madam Chair and Commissioners. The first item on your agenda is public comment, but I do believe before we go into public comment, you would like to make a few comments, where the board would like to make a few comments on Assemblyman Thompson.
Thank you, County Manager. As we all know, we lost a very dear friend to the county, but also many of us this past weekend. Assemblyman Tyrone Thompson, who worked for Clark County over 19 years. He had a big heart, and he served as our senior training coordinator at his last stints, but he spent many years working with our regional homeless coordinated services. So I know that many of us on this board, many of us in this building and across Clark County were shocked. So I wanted to, one, play a video of Mr. Thompson, and then take a moment of silence, and then allow any of the commissioners to say anything if they'd like. So if you could start with the video. Do we have any sound that goes with it? No? So what I'll tell you about Assemblyman Thompson, more importantly, our Clark County family and a representative of the state, there was never a dull day with Assemblyman Thompson. This is building a garden. He was always out in his community working very hard, and he was always a bright spot in the day. So if anybody tried to be negative, he reminded us that it was a positive day and we were going to make it work. And he was going to do what he could for so many of the youngsters and get them on the right path for the long time. So if any other commissioners would like to say anything, or we can go ahead and observe a moment of silence. Anybody want to say anything? Commissioner Jones.
Thanks, Madam Chair. I got to know Tyrone up in the legislature, but I also got to see him in action through the Clark County Neighborhood College program that he ran when I went through that program. Tyrone always made you feel special, that you were the star with his smile. He'd ask you to take a selfie, and you felt like the rock star when he asked you to take a selfie. And I think this past week, it was just a reminder that we all have those people who bring us joy day in and day out in our lives. And I think the thing that we all need to do is thank the people, give a hug to those people that bring us joy, because we never know when it's that day that they'll be taken back up to a different role as our guardian angels.
Thank you, Commissioner. Commissioner Gibson.
Our paths crossed as he was a passionate supporter and energetic leader when it comes to education issues. And I had occasion to, and have had occasion to, speak with him on a number of occasions, and it's been satisfying to know from a constituent, that is somebody who lives down here and is concerned about what the state's view of education would be and how we would work through the issues, that someone as passionate and energetic was working the issue. He was one of those people, in my experience with him, who made you forget about the party lines and was able to focus you and himself on the issue. And I think if there's something that I would take away from my experience with him, it would be that he really served with passion. And each of us could do a little better job probably in terms of the passion that we're able to demonstrate and feel as we move through the things that we commit ourselves to.
Thank you, Commissioner Sagerblum.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I know one of Tyree's passions was homelessness, and this session he has a bill. I'm not sure where, I know it came out of the Assembly. I think it's not out of the Senate yet, but hopefully that will be passed and signed. And I would hope that in that instance, the county can participate in that regional process and really extend our efforts on his behalf in his name, because it is so important what he was trying to do, and hopefully we can carry on that legacy.
Thank you, Commissioner Sagerblum. Commissioner Weekly.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. Not only was Assemblyman Thompson a colleague of mine, but a very good friend, former classmate and childhood friend. As a matter of fact, we grew up in Valley View, and Tyrone was just always the life of the party in the neighborhood. Every year, the Valley View Cares Picnic, he would always be the one that would be the big highlight. Tyrone will always be remembered for just his great spirit with SBI, always bringing in the spirit to the young people. We're going to miss that this year, and definitely he's an usher at my church, Victory Missionary Baptist Church, pastored by Dr. Robert E. Fowler Sr. And I know I was at church this past Sunday, and it was so weird not seeing him usher everybody into the church. And you know, a lot of our parishioners at our church are very saddened by this loss. But here is another prime example of, you know, why we should celebrate life each and every day. As the songs say, live your best life. And that's what Tyrone was all about, living his best life. And he's truly going to be missed. As a matter of fact, speaking of his homegoing ceremony, it will be this Friday, will be the viewing over at Victory Missionary Baptist Church, which is located at 500 West Monroe Avenue, and that's from 2:30 until 6 p.m. And then, of course, the homegoing celebration for Assemblyman Thompson will be at the same church, Victory Missionary Baptist Church, and it starts at 11 a.m. on this Saturday. He's going to be missed, but will never, ever, ever be forgotten. Here's to my friend and colleague, Assemblyman Tyrone Thompson. You know, what an honor, man. We got a chance to appoint him to be an Assemblyman and to celebrate his life today. What an honor, and I just thank God I had an opportunity to travel down his path. So, Madam Chair, I want to thank you for your leadership, and thank you, Madam Manager, for allowing us to have this on the agenda here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Weekly. And I would just ask in Tyrone's memory today, because he had a habit of making everybody smile and forget about anything that happened, that everybody go out and do a good turn and make somebody else smile to make their day a little bit better. So with that, thank you. And we'll go ahead and take a moment of silence. Okay, County Manager.
Madam Chair, the first item on your agenda is public comment.
Okay, this is time set aside for public comment. I do, as Ms. Coleman's coming up, I do have is it Jose Geraldo? Please come up as well. Good morning, Ms. Coleman.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Margaret Coleman, and I'm a spokesman concerning the housing and also the homeless. As you know, I was thrown into the streets to lose my way. And ask yourself this question: why should discrimination exist? As you know, we're all the same. By being thrown into the streets, you feel lonely, lost, and no hope. The refund in which I'm talking about is the item 17, to amend funding increase to contracts for the homeless management Information System Administration. As you know, if you're going to improve and fundings and increase, it should not only be just for food, it should be for housing. As I spoke before, I gave you a deposition and a project called the Bigelow. I also want to talk about a public hearing, an action plan for housing and the community development, and that is the Bigelow. If you could call me and let me represent my project. I have studied this types of class of human beings. It's high class, middle class, and low class. High class, they care nothing but discrimination and the color. Middle class, they just want to just be. And the lower class has been driven to drugs. And this is a society that has been placed up on a lot of the homeless people's position. Have you ever been discriminated for housing? Illegal eviction notices. This had occurred to me for 38 years, being placed on the housing of authority by Shannon Hughes that had no business taking my money and supplying them. I confront you with this court order again because I have updated it and it is still binding in litigation. You must comply with it. It is still in contempt of court. I'm to go forward and put in see if I can have to sue the state. I don't want to go that route. I'm part of it. I'm part of Nevada. I have a grandson. He's been placed in a position that takes his life, and he was set up. I would like to help him. My money's important. And is there a check and keys that you can give to me today? This is a question.
Go ahead, Ms. Cohen. You're only got about 5 seconds.
About 6 months later, there is still big temporary patch over there. Nobody's fixing. I spoke with Water District. They said they are too busy because the company which is really doing the things, it's busy. But this is 6 months, 6.5 months, and nobody's doing anything. I spoke with Water District. They said they are busy. I don't see any excuse, 6.5 months.
Okay. Is this your correct address on this card?
Yes, 4429 Ines Drive,
okay.
Northwest part of town. Second things about capping my well. In 1980s, me and a couple of friends bought 2.5 acres on West Govan and Buffalo. We developed the thing, and there was no water there. So we went to Water District because if you have a lot, half-acre lots, without water is worth nothing. So we went to Water District, and Water District told us that will be no water running on Buffalo because it's intersection, Buffalo and Govan, for another 2 to 3 years. So we applied for the state of Nevada putting a well. It took us 2 months, from the time we applied for the well to drill that to get water. In 2 months, from the time we put the well in and start producing water, we put irrigation well, no domestic well, irrigation well. By the time we start pumping water 2 months later, guess what? That was water running on the Water District, ran water to Painted Desert. So, Water District kept us in a blind. I spent $14,000 just for the well, plus pump, plus $4,000 metal tank. Insult to this injury, this was in 1980s. Suddenly, they capped my well because reason is Water District put 2 big commercial wells. One is on a Govan, less than half a mile. One is on Buffalo, about 3/4 miles. Those are huge commercial 2,000, feet deep well. Mine was only 400. They capped my well against my wishes, and there are 3 houses over there, and those people got connected by Water District. When I asked to be connected, they said it will cost me $18,000 to put connection to my half acre, which is really ridiculous. I spent $14,000. They do that here. It's not the domestic. I have here copy irrigation well. They did that without my permission, and I don't know, what to do. The people say there is new law, and they can cap the well, but this well dry out because they put commercial big 2,000 feet deep wells. So, water level in that district is going down. So they purposely ruin me. Water district ruined me because they put commercial well next to my property. So how can I really pay now $18,000? I'm in hole, including well plus putting water tank and everything else, and they are hiding everybody in water district. Oh, that is a new law was passed. They didn't grandfather me, so I don't know what is the idea. Do you have any suggestion?
I do have a suggestion. I'm going to help you out here. You actually live about 5 minutes from me, so I have a pretty good idea. See the lady with the long blonde hair? She's going to get your phone number, and I'm going to call you this afternoon, and I'll walk you through where we are at in the process, and also drive past your home on the way home.
Thank you.
And she'll help you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Maria Valenzuela, and I'm with Mr. Atkinson here. I've never spoken in a place like this. I'm a retired healthcare provider, and I watched on TV about the need of Las Vegas, of a place where people sleep at night instead of having them sleep on benches, on parks, or on the streets. And it is a shame for Las Vegas being rich, and we see these people by the tourists that we cannot take care of our own residents here. I'm saddened by the fact that Mr. Thompson's passing away because of his heart towards the homeless people. Now, we have seen with Mr. Atkinson here some places that are abandoned. There's a special place that we saw along Washington and some places, and that's what we could do. And I believe there's a program now that if we can have dormitory-like for night for these people, which we are interested in doing so, we can rehab these places, make it livable and pleasant looking to the neighborhood, so it's not going to be a place where these people hang out during the night or early in the morning. We have to make sure that it is according to the neighborhood. So this is what we want to do. We like to have a place to sleep at night only from 7 o'clock to 7 in the morning, and then they go on their own. We would have to provide cots at night. We change their sheets every day. We will have to have some electric also to that place. And we intend to put those portable potties just for their overnight stay. But we need some help to initiate this. And this is for the Las Vegas good looks, we are a tourist spot. And if we would be successful in this, Mr. Atkinson and I would like to be a model to other areas in town where there are homeless. We would like to start out with 20, and we would be responsible to have them either walk to the place, or we help them in providing transportation to the place for overnight stay only. 14 seconds. That's all that I can tell you, ma'am.
Thank you.
So we do not know how to start this.
I'm going to, that same lovely blonde lady, she's going to take your phone number.
Thank you.
And I'll call you this afternoon. She's busy today. Okay. Anybody else wishing to speak on public comment? Seeing no one, I'll go ahead and close the public comment.
Item number 2 is approval of the minutes of the regular meeting on March 19, 2019, and the special meeting on March 25, 2019.
Ooh, I have a motion by Commissioner Brown to approve the minutes. Any further comments? Seeing none, please cast your vote. Motion passes.
Item number 3 is the approval of the agenda with the inclusion of any emergency items and deletion of any items. Madam Chair and Commissioners, with the inclusion of one item in your agenda, we have one addendum, so we now have 89 items on your agenda. And at this point in time, staff, we do not have any changes, deletions, or additions to the agenda.
Okay. Does anybody else have any changes? Ms. King, we are going to move up opportunity zones before the legislative update, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Seeing no other changes, Commissioner Gibson has moved for approval. Please cast your vote. Motion passes.
We can now move to section 2 of your agenda, which is your consent agenda. Please note that items numbers 4 through 69 comprise of your consent agenda, and I have no items at this point in time to be deleted, nor do I have any items to be taken separately.
Okay, Commissioner Brown.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Item number 49, I'd like to disclose that this firm handles my campaign finances.
Any other disclosures? Commissioner Weekly and myself as well. Same disclosure, Mary. Okay. Anything else? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda. Commissioner Brown makes a motion to approve the consent agenda, items 4 through 69. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. Motion passes.
We can now move to section 3 of the agenda, which is your Commissioners County Manager recognition. We have item number 70, which is President Proclamation designating May 2019 as Nevada Wildfire Awareness Month in Clark County.
Have all the firefighters come on down. It's coming down. It's that time of year to remind the public that the potential for wildfires is highest in southern Nevada during the spring and summer months. I know for sure, having been out at Spring Mountain Ranch this last weekend, that it's definitely very dry out there. The theme of Wildfire Awareness Month this year is Wildfires Happen, is your community prepared? I want to thank these agencies for the work that they do all year to make our residents aware of actions we can take to reduce the threat of wildfire. They actively support a program called Living with Fire. The program has a website that contains a wealth of fire safety information for the public at www.livingwithfire.info. With the Carpenter 1 fire at Mount Charleston in the summer of 2013, we all saw firsthand that southern Nevada is at risk for serious wildfires. It's important that we all do our part to minimize any human activity that could potentially start a fire or make a fire worse if one should get started. Thank you for your great program and your efforts to promote public safety and save lives. Chief, you want to? Oh, sure. Grab the proclamation. All right. Should we have everybody? All right. Let's hear it from you.
Good morning, Larry Haydu, Assistant Chief with Clark County Fire. You know, our theme this year is Wildfires Happen. We all know they do. And is your community prepared? And I have to say that Southern Nevada enjoys probably one of the best collaborative efforts of agencies anywhere in the state. Everybody up here works together year-round, fire season, off-season, to make sure that we're ready for the fire season when it rolls around, which typically starts in May. We have an amazing group of people, and I can't thank them enough for all they do to support the Clark County Fire Department and vice versa. And Chief, thanks for all your support. We have people here today from the National Park Service at Lake Mead, the Forest Service, the Bureau of Land Management, Nevada Division of Forestry, Mount Charleston Fire Protection Agency, and I think I didn't forget anybody. Well, I said Clark County. Chief?
Well, just to add on to that, I want to thank the commissioners and county staff for taking this opportunity to present this proclamation and dedicating this month for wildfire awareness. Thank you.
Thank you again. We'll go ahead and take photo. Sneak on over here.
Next, we have item number 71, which is to present a proclamation to recognize and honor Susan G. Komen, Nevada, for its contributions to the community, and to proclaim May 7, 2019, Susan G. Komen Day in Clark County.
Thank you, Chelsea Bramble, and who's the executive director of the Susan B. Komen organization, and Tanya Flanagan, who is a prominent Clark County employee, who is board president, are joining us today. The Susan B. Komen organization was founded nationally in 1982 and incorporated in Nevada in 1996 to support uninsured, underinsured, and low-income men and women in helping to research, provide education, and fund other related activities associated with the reduction and the eventual cure of breast cancer. And over that time, this organization and others who follow their example has made a significant difference. And in fact, from the year 1989 to 2016, there was a 39% reduction in the deaths from breast cancer. And we appreciate all they do. Each day in Nevada, 6 people are diagnosed with breast cancer. And each week, 5 people die in this state from that disease. We need to recognize that since '82, Komen has funded $988 million in research and contributed $2.2 billion in education, screening, and treatment to help millions of people across the world. They've invested more than $12 million to help families right here in Nevada. And this year, more than 270,000 men and women in the U.S. are expected to be diagnosed with breast cancer, and more than 42,000 are expected to die. And that's why Komen's work is so incredibly valuable to us. Commissioner Jones and I were at the Komen, Nevada More Than Pink Walk Saturday morning at the district. I don't know how many thousands you had. What did you finally get a count? 4,500. It was a lot. It looked like 20,000 to us. In any case, there are a lot of committed people in this community, none of whom are any more committed than these people. And we appreciate the example you set for us, the incredible work that is done. And it ought to motivate each and all of us to follow the example, to do what we can to help support in organizations like Komen, and Komen in particular, and to motivate ourselves to ensure that those close to us get screened, get educated, get treated. The kinds of things that will prevent the loss of life that is so tragic and affects so many. So on behalf of the Board of Commissioners, we recognize and honor Susan G. Komen, Nevada, for its contributions to the community on this day, May 7, 2019, and we proclaim it Susan B. Komen, Nevada Day in Clark County.
I just want to say thank you guys so much. We are an organization built upon its volunteers and the community, and we wouldn't be able to do any of the work here without your support. This really helps us turn that awareness into action as we continue to fight this disease every day, because we know that it affects so many Nevadans. Our board president, Tanya Flanagan, is one of those. So she fights tirelessly because she herself is a 3-time breast cancer survivor. So with that said, I'd love to turn this over to Tanya.
Good morning. Thank you to all of the commissioners on the Clark County Board of Commissioners. Thank you so much for recognizing Coleman and bringing awareness to this. As Chelsea mentioned, I am a 3-time survivor. I lost my mother to breast cancer as well. And it seems every week, or at least once a month, which is too often, just all of the attention that you place on this cause and supporting it. Thank you so much to the county. I have to give acknowledgement to our county manager, Yolanda King, who allowed us to have a county team this year for Coleman. So within our own family right here in the county, I am grateful to all of my colleagues and coworkers who participated in this year's More Than Pink Walk to make a difference. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you.
I like your pink tie.
Oh, do you? Yeah. I got a chance to wear it.
Commissioners, item number 72 is to recognize Christian Shelton of the Las Vegas Academy as a 2-time state champion for Best Male Solo Vocalist in Nevada.
All right, thank you. Will Christian Shelton please come on down? Hey, Christian, y'all give him a round of applause. Many times here in Clark County, we honor all of our athletes. We have, whether it be the basketball team, the football team, the track team, tennis, we acknowledge sports all the time. And every now and then we get a student that comes in that's academically talented as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this time we're recognizing someone who has impeccable vocal skills. And you know, I could have been a Grammy Award winner myself, Madam Chair, but I left it to Christian to handle that for us. Not only did this young man compete last year in the state solo male vocal competition and was granted state champion, but he went back and had a repeat. He was almost like the old Lakers, you know, a back-to-back. And so we're so very honored to have Christian here with us today. And Christian, we wanted to recognize you on behalf of the Board of County Commissioners with this beautiful medallion to just tell you how proud we are, man. We want you to keep on using your voice and keep on singing. And we want to recognize you as the best male vocal soloist for the state of Nevada for 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, Christian Shelton.
I'm not gonna sing.
You can't sing today, y'all. Listen, that's the beauty of being an outstanding vocalist. You have to save those vocal cords, right? So he's not gonna sing for us today, but he's just gonna share his thoughts and appreciation with you.
I just wanted to thank all of you guys on the County Commissioners Board for the recognition. It really means a lot to me because sometimes I'll flip through the channels on the TV and I'll see you guys on here. I'm like, oh, that looks really cool and fun to come here. And I kind of enjoyed it. So thank you guys for the recognition.
All right. Christian, it's not cool and fun. Trust me. Some days it's pretty cool, and some days it's pretty fun. But it's pretty interesting to see. We have an 18-year-old that flips through and watches some of our meeting. Wow, you better get a life, buddy. Here you go, Christian. And we're very proud to have Christian's mom and dad, Wendy and Alan Shelton. Would you two please stand? They're videoing, but want to thank these proud parents here. They've been traveling all across the state with Christian, and Christian received a scholarship, ladies and gentlemen, to attend UNLV. So we're keeping that talent right here in Las Vegas. And Christian actually just came from a big vocal event somewhere out of the country. Where did you go?
I went to Austria, and I went to Salzburg and Vienna. Yes.
I don't even know what that is, but at any rate,
we obviously you had a great time and you did a great job, and we are so very, very, very proud of you. Congratulations, Christian. Move on in and take this great photo. Hold on, Chris. Let me get them together. All right. Christian Shelton, everybody. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Christian.
Commissioners, we do have a couple of extra proclamations to provide and recognitions. We have a proclamation to present to the Breakaway Cycling for their service to the community.
Thank you. I want to invite up the co-founders of Breakaway Cycling, Joanna Piet and Mark Weimer. While they're coming up, some of you may know that cycling is a sport that is near and dear to my heart. In fact, I got my cycling cufflinks on today. And as we celebrate May as National Bike Month, we wanted to recognize Breakaway Cycling for their contribution to our community. So just to tell you, I want to tell you a little bit about Breakaway Cycling. Breakaway was founded in 2016 with the purpose of donating bikes, locks, and helmets to underprivileged kids here in Clark County. Breakaway partners with the Clark County School District to help promote safe, simple, and sustainable transportation to and from school through bike rodeos on school campuses. Today, Breakaway has donated nearly 900 bikes with locks to Clark County kids, plus 1,700 bike helmets. And this weekend, we are very excited. You'll hear a little bit about this later, but we are reopening Peace Park out in Sandy Valley. And if you've ever been into Sandy Valley, you know they don't get a whole lot of love out there, particularly for cycling. So Breakaway has offered to come on out and partner with us at our Parks and Rec department for the grand reopening of Peace Park. They're donating 25 new bikes, helmets, and locks in a raffle for kids out in Sandy Valley. So let's give them a round of applause for that, right? And one of the exciting features about the new park is that it's going to have a half-mile paved trail that will allow kids out in Sandy Valley who don't have a lot of paved roads at all to have a safe place for them to ride their bikes. Breakaway is partnering with our friends over at Las Vegas Cyclery to do a bike repair station out there during the event. And we just wanted to thank them for their commitment to our community. I know I've been out on rides with these guys, and I really appreciate all they're doing for our community to make sure that we're able to ride safe and introduce our kids to the sport of cycling. So thank you so much. Present this proclamation and appreciate all you guys are doing as we celebrate National Bike Month. So I want to pass this along to you.
Hi, my name is Joanna. This is Mark. We founded this cycling team solely as a labor of love, and it truly is. Without all of our partners, all the little names and stuff we have painted all over our clothing, we couldn't do this. We're the vehicle by which their money purchases bicycles and puts them underneath these kids. And we partnered with CCSD to kind of invent or develop programs that encourage the kids to come to school, write essays about the importance of exercise, the importance of owning or riding a bicycle. So not only are they winning a bike, but they are earning it. And we are hoping to see an improvement in attendance and fitness responsibility, all the things that brings. So without the help of our wonderful teammates and all of our sponsors, we couldn't do it. And we appreciate you guys acknowledging us for that. Thank you so much. Excuse me. That had a tickle in my throat. Okay. Pardon me.
All right, let's give it up for Breakaway Cycling.
Commissioners, we have one more recognition, and that is to the Clark County A team for their coordination in putting on the Family Feast or Fest event. And this is by Commissioner Naft.
Thank you. And I know our wonderful A team is coming up to join us on the dais. But first, if I could thank our County Manager King for a year and a half ago reinstituting our A team already in the last 4 months that I've been here. They have done so much. This is their second time back up here joining us to be recognized for the great work that they did. 2 weekends ago, I had the pleasure, along with a lot of my colleagues up here, of attending Family Fest. Family Fest was an event which recognized and brought out, thank you, the families of Clark County employees who work so hard every day. They had a chance on Saturday to get together. 2,700 employees attended. There were 2 stages with live music, 12 different themed food trucks, the Clark County Fire Department, County Park Police, WNBA Aces, Lights, and Aviators were all out there to greet the families and show off some of their cool attractions. So we're so grateful to the work that you did. That was a tremendous amount of work that you all put into that event, and it showed on the faces of everybody who was out there enjoying it. Because you have done so much in such a short period of time, you've already been up here being recognized, and we've given you proclamations, and we'll do it again. Today we thought we'd do something different. We have some boxes of chocolate for you to enjoy, so we'll give that to you on the way out. But thank you so much. We're so proud of you and glad to call you our colleagues, and thank you for the service you do. Thank you so much. And I have to specifically acknowledge our chairman, Richard Blute. You want to say a few words?
Thank you. I always do. But we have a new chairman. Melissa is taking over as the chairman or chairwoman. But it was great. The gratification from the employees really appreciated this effort. So we thank you all for giving us the support and financial means to put on such an event. And tying into the the wildfire month, we're going to be out with the CARE team this Saturday out at Mount Charleston cleaning up and doing our part as well. So hopefully you're able to join us. And Melissa?
Just to tie into that, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that made this happen, the A-team, Parks and Rec, purchasing, county management, everybody that made this happen, and everybody that came out to support us. So thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chair. At this time, can we come into 2 rows so we could take a picture together? Maybe everyone to your left come up front and we'll squeeze in. Thank you so much. One more time for our A-team.
Okay, Commissioners, that concludes your Commissioner County Manager recognition. We now need to go to Section 5 of your agenda, which are your public hearing items. Item number 73 is to conduct a public hearing and approve and adopt the proposed Southern Nevada Design and Construction Standards for Wastewater Collection Systems 4th edition and authorize future updates be approved by the General Manager or take other action as appropriate.
Good morning, Mr. Tom Minwigan.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Mr. Chair, members of the board. Good morning, Tom Minwigan with the Clark County Water Reclamation District. I'd like to first thank the staffs from the cities of Henderson, Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, Boulder City, as well as our own staff at Water Reclamation District for their efforts over the last 3 years to update this standard before you. This regionally supported standard was last updated in 2009. The standard is intended to improve safety, awareness, and communication, as well as to promote operational and maintenance consistency, and also to enhance system reliability. The agencies working together also conducted outreach efforts to the key stakeholders within the community, the design, construction, development folks, that is, and allowed them input into the standard. The design overall standards have over the years respectfully supported the various agencies as well as the community very well, and this update will also achieve and or support and help the further success of the wastewater collection systems.
Thank you, Mr. Menwigan. Does that complete your presentation?
That does conclude the comments.
Okay, this is a public hearing. I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing. Anybody wishing to speak on the public hearing, please come forward. Seeing no one, I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing and turn it over to the board and entertain a motion. I have a motion by Commissioner Jones to approve item number 73. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please cast your vote. Somebody, motion passes.
Thank you, members.
Item 74 is to conduct a public hearing and approve and adopt the proposed lift station design and construction standards, first edition, and authorize future updates be approved by the general manager or take other action as appropriate.
Good morning, Mr. Menwigan.
Members of the board, Tom Menwigan with the Clark County Water Reclamation District. I would like to thank our district staff from the operations, maintenance, engineering, and construction groups that are very experienced and aware of our district public lift stations for their time to develop this first standard for public lift stations. It is important to note that we try to avoid the use of lift stations. So why build the lift stations when we basically, it's always our intent to rely on gravity to move wastewater across the valley. We do have 23 lift stations within our current system that has been developed over the many decades prior to us. We've taken those lessons learned and those experiences within the organization to develop this standard. The standards itself and those lessons will basically improve our safety, our consistency and reliability for all the maintenance as well as operation activities for the years to come. The district also conducted public outreach with the community key stakeholders, provided them opportunities for input. This standard will be utilized in new designs as well as rehabilitation and retrofits of any public wastewater lift station or force main. Madam Chair, Mr. Chair, that concludes my comments.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Menwigan. This also is a public hearing. I'm going to go ahead and open the public hearing. Anybody wishing to speak, please come forward, state your name for the record. Seeing no one, I'm going to close the public hearing and I'm going to turn it over to the board. Commissioner Brown has moved for approval on item number 74. Any further comments or questions? Seeing none, please cast your vote. Motion passes.
Thank you, members.
Thank you, Mr. Menwigan, for all your work on this.
Item number 75 is to conduct a public hearing on the fiscal year 2019 action plan for housing and community development. Madam Chair, before you open the public hearing, we do have a presentation from staff.
Good morning, Commissioners. Kristen Cooper, Clark County Social Service. And this is a public hearing for the 2019-2020 HUD Action Plan. The plan must be submitted to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development for Clark County to be eligible to receive grant funding of approximately $16.4 million. The total funding represented in the plan is approximately $18.5 million with the addition of state home and low-income housing trust fund monies. The 2019 action plan outlines the projects that will be funded in fiscal year 1920. All the projects were reviewed and approved by the Commission on April 16th, 2019. And the final fiscal year 2019 HUD action plan will be on the consent agenda for submission approval on June 4th and will incorporate any public comments and administrative changes. And I have a very short presentation. This represents the funding, the 2019 action plan funding. As you can see, we have $3.6 million coming in for the home program, the Home Investment Partnerships Program. And then there's state money, low-income housing trust funds, and then we have other funds that are program income, off-cycle funding that we received, are bringing forward from prior years. So we have a total of $10.1 million in home and lift. And then $650,000 in emergency solutions grant, and $7.7 million approximately in CDBG. So on the CDBG, we're working to complete the 5-year capital improvement plan, and we have some funds that are allocated for 2 capital projects, but we are looking for shovel-ready projects at this point because we have to meet our 1.5 allocation. We have to expend 1.5, sorry. We can't have on hand more than 1.5 ratio of CDBG funds at May 2nd of every year. And then our emergency solutions focused on youth, families, and domestic violence. And we are doing rapid rehousing with those funds and emergency shelter. And I wanted to just remind you of your home projects that you approved last meeting. And we have a total of 421 units. The majority of those, other than the 39 at Old Mill in Mesquite, are new units that will be under construction. We also have previously approved projects that are what we call under development, which means that they're not yet coming out of the ground, but that they will be in the near future. And we have 324 of those units. And then we have also previously approved, but also now already under construction, are 503 units of affordable housing. And it gives us a total of 1,209 affordable housing units that are new that will be coming online in the next several years. And then this breaks down the percentage AMI that that they target. So you can see that most of them are at the 60% area median income and above, with fewer of them being at the really, really low income, which is where we have a huge need. And that's what I have for you.
Okay, thank you. That completes your presentation. Okay, this is a public hearing. I'm going to go ahead and open up the public hearing. Anybody wishing to speak on this item? Ms. Coleman.
Yes, my name is Margaret Ann Coleman. I want to speak on this item due to the fact is low-income people such as myself, that is under 700 or 800, we can't afford housing because they want first and last and cleanup fee in these development. The people that you have given the money to, such as the SNDH, they're not supplying housing. They're only giving you on the list. And like I said, I've been on there 2 years. I went over to the Housing Authority meeting. Someone was supposed to help me, but she did nothing. You have to start paying attention to the employees. They're not feeling as though they can step across the line and supply to the people. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Coleman. Anybody else wishing to speak on this item? I'm going to go ahead and close the public comment period and turn it over to the board. Does the board have any questions? All right, I guess I'll start then. So, and I just want to be clear though, this is some of this is part of our overall homeless plan when it comes to unit.
And then the ones that we currently have under construction, so that are coming out of the ground and at our various stages of completion, is 503 units.
So can I ask, I want to ask the question though. So how do you find out when these units come online? Do we already have people assessed through the system? And I'll use Bonnie Lane Apartments. That is a phenomenal facility. We are lucky to have great partners like Accessible Space. but there's 250 people on a waiting list over there. So how do you get on a list so that when these construction projects come up, people are ready, they know how to get in there? Because what I'll tell you is, and even Overton, right, we've been redoing the ones from the last year, and it's been amazing how we're doing, but people are, and I'll use my neighbor as an example, 80 years old, right? She gets $800 a month, and she just, if it weren't for our family fortunate enough to help her, she would need a location like this. So how do you get in that system to get on the list for when it's ready? And I mean, you